Hey, what's up, guys? So we're matched up against ViceVersa this time. Yeah, they're a pretty tough alliance for us, at least. A lot of their guys they have pretty beefy defenses, and my guess is they really focused on their, like the top few teams. Because like throughout the war, like I was looking at some of their attacks, I noticed like some of the later attacks just weren't as effective, and so my guess is that they put a lot of their resources into just their front end, um, mostly defenses. But yeah, no, their defenses are pretty tough. Got they got quite a few 90 to 100K people in there. We were like I initially saw the defense. I was like, ooh, it might be tough to get through just even one time, and we kind of we had a struggle to get through this defense. So this first team is basically putting. He's basically using the dodge defense with Gardor, Percival, and Idritha, and with like the dodge. I think the Percival is +3. I actually didn't check. I just assume they're all like plus whatever. So I basically went around and then used all my attacks to weaken the purple heroes, and then I know that the next move with the stones will definitely kill Percival. So that's why I used what's his name, Midas to attack Gardor. And then now I got into a situation. I think I picked the wrong target here. I think I should have targeted Gardor first, because he was actually doing I guess what's it called? Target all. So he was hitting everyone. So he was kind of annoying. And then he has the passive where like I'm getting hit an extra time. So I probably should have targeted him first in this situation. Then, because I think I had enough to probably take him out, and then like at a point where when I switched, I actually it was probably too late, because for one, the Palmera, she had Cursed Soul on, so she was getting the shield like every other turn, seems like. But yeah, it was probably just a tactical mistake on my part. I probably had a chance, because with the amount of shield I was generating with this team, I probably can survive quite a few hits from Palmera, and I think I was. I mean, she wasn't really killing me like with one hit or anything. So, and that was kind of unfortunate that she targeted Zeus there. So I mean, if there's one hero I can't afford to lose, is Zeus on this team. So like at this point, I'm like, ugh, it's getting bad. So I started targeting Gardor, which is something I should have done from the beginning. So, it's yeah, it's something that you learn from experience, I guess. So now I know with this team. See, like I basically killed Gardo with just like one set of specials, and if I didn't get those attacks from Gardo, I probably survived a little longer. But yeah, at this point, I probably wasn't, unless I get like some crazy cascade. I wasn't gonna get through all the shield. Yeah, that's another thing. Like another thing I noticed with this war, because I'm assuming they probably spent a lot of resources on talents, on their defense heroes. Like these guys are not taking a lot of damage at all. So I think I just played really fast there. I set off that star with just one stone, and I think another one that's really telling is another fight later. I was using, we'll get there. So yeah, you know, at this point, I'm just like, okay, whatever damage I can do, I'll take. And these two heroes left aren't easy for clean either. Like, so I pretty much left a mess for someone. And so yeah, like if I had I went with Gardor first, and I had Zeus alive, I probably can slowly take him out. You know, because of the amount of shield I can generate with this team. I can probably take out Midas first, and then Palmera. Just leave Palmera last. You know, like if you have a different team, that might not be the best option. And you know, I really have to make it work. I have to space out my attacks. I think I have to, you know, just do one attack and then wait a turn, and then let Palmera go off and then attack. You know, that's another thing. Like with the shields, you know, there's a duration. Check the duration. I think I did this in some of the later fights, and it's annoying, but that's how you get it done. You know. And I think Palmera is probably going to take out, you know, like another hero here. So when I play, I actually play with the sound off. So like now I'm, you know, talking about it, I'm hearing the robot talking. It's kind of funny actually. And then so another thing I noticed with their defenses, they're one of the few teams that I've seen with very few Palmeras. So I think kudos to them. I think they're probably, I mean, obviously everyone knows Palmera is annoying in Endless Fury. So I think what they're doing is actually try something different, which, you know, that's actually great. And, you know, like, I'm assuming they saw our roster. They're like, oh, yeah, it's probably going to be easy wins. So that's probably why they're, you know, they're not even bothering with all the Palmeras. But I actually found that refreshing. Just, you know, not seeing all the Palmeras every time in Endless Fury. And I think one of the most annoying heroes in this war, I'll get there. I took a crack at it and then came up empty. Yeah, that robot sound. Yeah, I think this is probably gonna be it. So yeah, to sum it up, I think it was a tactical error on my part that I should have taken out Gardor first. Had I done that, I can probably slowly take that team out. But you know, but you know, once I lost Zeus, I don't know if I can still, you know, keep up with the amount of attacks. This next team is I think I went with my Reds, and then I just wanted to check if Palmera's a +5. So it is a +5. So my Samuel will work, and I think the biggest threat on this team is, to me at least, is what's his name, Cathbad, because of is you know, like the mushrooming. I don't want to get mushroomed, so I took him out first, and then so right there, that was kind of unfortunate. She hit the only target that she can't one shot, and made it so that I lost her lifeline basically. So unfortunate, but you know, happens. So now I need to. I think the Samuel's debuff is like 5 turns. So I wanted to make sure that I can get him going again before the next Pomero shot, so she would actually kill herself. I think once I think I just got to that point. Basically, I got rid of Pomera, and then that was pretty much it, because I wasn't able to do too much after that. So I hit Pomera, and then I try to go after Midas here since he wasn't as shielded. Because there's pretty much no way that I was gonna get outmissed with all the shield on. So basically, yeah, at this point I was just like, okay, let's just do as much damage as I can, and probably not gonna do much damage, but I'll try. So this clean is probably not as bad as the other one with Pomera. Oh, actually no, Elmis is pretty nasty too, because of I forgot what weapon he has here, but probably the Aliyah exclusive. So they're gonna start with so they're gonna start with a lot of shield still, but at least they don't have mana. So if you come in with like a yellow team, you can burn down Elmis quickly. And Midas on his own is not really a threat. So I think we were able to clean with 1 or 2 more flags. I forgot. I just don't remember. But it's not as nasty, I guess. And then, so the next one I try to take out IFB. This Elmis is nasty. I wouldn't be surprised if it is like almost fully talented, like at least 3 or 4 trees full. Because I know my Elmist is, I got 2 talent trees full, and I have like, well, I mean, obviously not taking into account like how much runes he has. My Elmist with my best runes, so I have +5 on all the slots, and then like 7s through 10s on the actual runes. I'm about 500 points short of his Elmist. So yeah, I'm using the same weapon and everything. So I'm guessing he's probably pretty heavy in terms of runes and talent. So, and he has either lifesteal on the weapon or through the runes, which made it extra hard. I went in here thinking that hey, let me just try hitting him with Wukong. Like maybe that, because Wukong is one of my biggest single target hitters, and I was hoping that I can just get through. But like with my Wukong has no is a +0 and has no talons or anything. So I think I said that in the last video. The tenacity and man, I should have looked up the other one. I think it's intensity. Yeah, intensity. Those trades are really, really powerful for PvP. So I have 4 of the same color, and I'm doing 30 damage to an Elmist. And then, with the shield, I think I hit him for very little damage too. So Wukong hits for like maybe a few hundred. If you can see here, yeah, like 300. So, I mean, basically at this point, I'm like, okay, there's no way I can get through this. And then another error I made is that I think I kind of just threw this up. Like, I was hoping that like if I can do like with Wukong, if I can do something like like 1,000 or something damage with a hit, I was gonna use the Stone Cyclers to try to chain some attacks together. But it's pretty clear, from that first special, that I was like, okay, there's no way that I can actually do that kind of damage. So at this point, I'm like, okay, just try it, and then whatever I get, right? So, no, but I ended up with a 0 on this. And you know, actually looking at some of their defenses, like it got me thinking, like what other heroes are really good in that hot seat? And like one I came up with, like, but you know, hear me out. Like it might sound very weird, but I think Damon is gonna be really good, right? You know, like if you can protect Damon with something, you know, like probably Aaliyah weapon, right? Aaliyah's weapon, and then even when he's by himself, if he can survive through the first, like I'm talking about, like you have to be, you know, like heavily talented, right? And then high on the tenacity, intensity uh, points, then even if they come in with like a full yellow, right? After their first couple set of rounds of specials, they're like a +5 demon, I'm talking about, then their attacks are not going to do any damage anymore. So you're going to get into a situation where they're basically just scratching him, and then the shield's going to take all the damage. You might be able to really create like a nightmare for someone, you know? I don't have a +5 demon, so I can't even, or Damon, I can't even try it. You know, if anyone watching has that kind of team, try it out. Let me know. You know, ideally, it's like a Aaliyah's weapon with lifesteal, or you know, like you have runes with lifesteal. So your demon might just like last forever. You know, if they can't take him down with yellows within the first 2 rounds of specials, you know, you're probably not gonna be able to get him once he's all like, you know, once your heroes are all exhausted. If you're looking at like, you know, 50%, I think each stack of exhaustion at +5 is what, like 20% or 20 something percent, or I don't remember the number, but you know, once you get like 2 or 3 stacks on that, you're not doing much. So I'll be actually very interested to see if anyone is wanting to try this, and just, you know, let me know somehow. It's and oh, another thing that because I was talking to you know, like I throw these ideas around, and then, you know, I talk to like people like Nepala, and then he brought up that, yeah, with Damon you have the faction bonus being a lifesteal as well. And then like we were wondering if the, like if you feel, you know, like 3 heroes or something to get the um, faction bonus, when 2 of those heroes die, do you still get the faction bonus or you don't? I actually never looked into that. If anyone knows, let me know. So I think at this point, and and then I think we were finally able to take that IFB guy down. With we were kind of thinking like what could work, and I basically said, yeah, it's probably going to be someone with pretty high level Zozer with Rebecca, and I think Polar Bear actually had like a team like that, and then he was able to pull it off. So we were able to reset finally, but feels like a small victory for us. But yeah, oh, and yeah, this one this one got nasty. It's one of those things where I kind of just got somewhat unlucky with like a huge. I triggered a huge cascade that that just built up way too many shields on Melfort, and I wasn't able to take him down. And I probably should have included like a. Probably shouldn't have put in Philia in this one. Like this is my normal green team, so I didn't even think about. I didn't think about it too much, and I just put it in. But I needed like a sniper that can do big chunk damage, and then probably should have put in Fabula instead of what's her name, Philia. So, but yeah, anyway, like I ended up with like a 0 on this one too. So, well, maybe not a 0, but like very low points. I had to come back with a different team to clean this one up. yeah, it just wasn't. That wasn't good. um, and then yeah, I think so. I think Nepal is writing some guides on, or not guides, like hero reviews for some kind of event. But so I noticed that you can get the Melfort's whatchamacallit, his weapons. Um, I think is a defense up to stack 3 times. I think you might have to do it on the same turn. Like if you can get 60 stones on the same turn, it will stack 3 times. Um, so that's quite a bit, and it's unlikely, but you never know, right? Um, yeah, like even at this point, I was like, okay, I still have a chance because I do have Showman, and he's like my only like real sniper. But yeah, like you can see, like all their heroes, like I said earlier, I think they invested heavily on just like their defense heroes and stuff. So they are really beefy. Like you're not doing much damage to them. Um, like I have talents on I think 3 or 4 of my heroes, and they're about two trees in, 3 trees in. Midas I have 3 trees in, and then Elmis 2, and then Percival I have like 1.5, and I've pretty much gone free to play for the most part. I actually haven't spent any money for like about a month, which I'm actually really proud of. I joke with Nepal all the time. I'm so proud of myself. I like with the um, what is it, the rebate offers and stuff. I'm like, oh, with a 0 there, I'm like so proud of myself. Um, but like one of the recent changes I made. I'm not even sending those luxury boats anymore for treacherous sea. So I apologize to anyone I've actually hit. You can't really revenge me anymore. It's yeah, it sucks, but I try to spread it around. I don't think I've ever attacked anyone like 2 times within like the span of like um, maybe 2 treacherous seas or something. Like I try to keep track that like I don't attack anyone, like I don't want to make it personal or anything. So. Um, But yeah, like you probably won't be able to revenge me anymore, so kind of sucks. But I'm saving those those gems for summons, I think. Um, yeah, once I lost Show Me here, it's gonna like you really need to have those snipers on Palmera. So last Showman, and then you know it's kind of like I probably should have just fled it at this point and saved some time. Because like either way, I'll probably have to come back and do it next turn. I think the only reason I stayed and tried to keep on going was that I was hoping that with damage escalation, I can somehow catch Melfort without a shield and then just take him out with stones. And I don't think I ever got to the point. But yeah. Um, it's whenever like I get close, I will set off some kind of crazy cascade like that, and then he's shielded back up. So it's yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can see there from the last special that my Malfoy was hitting his Malfoy harder than I was hitting Palmera, even with double damage, right? From the strong elemental. So it's pretty clear like how much you get with tenacity. It's I think that's part of the reason why they're gonna look into balancing that. Yeah, that was just unlucky. If he didn't, if the Palmero didn't get the proc on Crystal, I might be able to take her out right there. But yeah, but that's why Crystal is so annoying on Palmera. And I think that's pretty much it right here. So it was pretty close. And I think I went back in, and I forgot what team I used. Did I use the? Oh yeah, did I use my? Yeah, I used my blue team because I figured at this point, like I have uh, 3 more flags or 2 more flags. I might as well use the, like there's no point saving your heroes, right? I was just checking to see what heroes I have left. Um, and then, oh yeah, like I think this is the one where you can see how much how much Wanda hit Palmera for. It's pretty crazy. I have a, because I bought Wanda from the shop, so I have a +5, and she was barely doing like 100 some points per hit. So you're looking at like just over 1,000 for the entire skill, and like I'm used to seeing like especially in Treasure Sea or something, like I can hit like a mouthful for that much on a weak element, so pretty crazy.
When I close my eyes and transport to the past.
I think I just hit all these different cascades when you don't want them. Oh yeah, I was hitting her for like 80. Imagine that, like I was like, whoa. And like my Wanda is no slouch either, right? I got over like 2,000 attack points. So like if you're like still like spinning heavy, and you want to have the advantage, you got to do it on the talents. You got to get those tenacity points before they nerf them, I guess. It sounds like it's gonna get nerfed. So if you want to feel the thrill of having a lot of power, you got to do it now. I don't think. So I'm basically just trying to play it slowly here, checking the turns and then not match, like too many stones, so that I can just let the shield slowly fade away, and then I can get a big hit in. Okay, there we go. Shield went away. And then, my final flag, I just went against a more conventional Endless Fury team with Palmero in the corner. I don't think I even checked if this Palmero is a +5 or anything, because I know that I'm just gonna try to lock her down with Antia, so it wasn't a problem. I was gonna use this team on the other guy who's over 100k, Daniel. So like no offense, but I don't understand why people want to use Colette on defense with a lot of shield. Like having like it defeats the whole purpose of her counterattack. Because like I can understand somebody want to put Colette and Garabeth on the same team. Yeah, put Crystal and Garabeth, but not on both. Because like Colette doesn't counterattack when she's shielded. And if to that extent that when Garabeth is shielded, she will counterattack from her skill, but not she will not trigger Colette's counterattack. So you know, like when having Colette and Garabeth is like kind of like a deterrent for using someone like Almist, and you know, but when they're shielded, you know, that can be, you're basically making it easy for me to just uh, use a lot of AoE heroes and then just, you know, take you down. So yeah, that that's all. You know, like I don't know if it's gonna get to him, but I don't know. Maybe there's a reason for it that I haven't figured out, but I just feel like there's really no reason to shield Colette. You know, especially if she has a like a, I think it's +1 or +3 that, you know, like she can survive the first death blow. It's you shielding her, you're basically taking away her passive, so it doesn't really benefit you in any way. And yeah, like this Palmera is probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it's +5 and then like heavily talented as well. Like I'm doing 7 damage. I crit for 2,500. That's a pretty good number. But I am in the oh yeah, another reason for the low damage is probably because of the hot seed boost. But yeah, just gotta slowly get her down, and then yeah, I mean at this point I just need to get one more hit in with Idritha. So so I think that's it. Anyway, yeah, this war was really tough. But you know, like I think our guys did quite well actually. Because I was thinking that we might have trouble with the first reset, but you know we were able to reset them, and then we left quite a bit of flags, so we probably get close to the second, but I don't think we can get the second. They left quite a few flags too, so. But anyway, thanks for watching.